What is up, guys? It is Austin here recording this recap for today's trades. We were in the Discord channel live streaming everything in real time. I appreciate those of you who joined for that, and it was great. I mean, I started the stream, I was in there, and I immediately kind of showed what I was looking at, and I will show you here in the Discord. I said at 9:11 a.m. Disney short, coin short, and called those out just before the bell. At 9:11, that was right here on coin, and then Disney short at 9:11. I said that as well. With this one dropped right off the open without me, I'm gonna put the show trades on. Man, I feel like I'm just, put me back 2 years ago. We never left. We're just doing these recaps like it was yesterday. But luckily, we were able to catch a piece of this Disney, and I'm gonna try to go chronologically, as I always say, and I used to do. Get nostalgic. I'm just joking around. So let's see. My first trade, I think, was actually on coin. And this one was popping off the open, not dropping. I tried to take it short. That first minute came down. I felt like this feels too good to be true, because I know yesterday it just straight up dropped off the open. And I called it out yesterday on stream too. Yesterday, if you go back and watch the stream, on YouTube that is, from yesterday, you'll hear me say coin short before the bell, and that one dropped like $4 or $5 straight away off the open. So the setup looked good again today, I thought, so I thought I'd try it. Started to drop, nice tail on the top side. I did jump in short, got stopped out for about a $45 loss on that first trade. I chopped around some more. I tried it short again here, trying to get in on the rotation back to the downside. Stopped out on that one as well. Here, stopped out again, break even, trying to get into that short position. So you can see I maintained that bias to the short side for a long time until eventually it did work. This is my kind of quad of watching the market here. And so I was watching the market during this whole time. This is a 1 minute chart of the ES, and I constantly was bringing this into the stream and showing what I was seeing here on this side. And that was in this whole chop area here, this head and shoulders, and I was literally talking about how I was looking for this to play out, thinking we're going to get the rotation lower, and at this point I was already in the short positions, just waiting for that resolution, waiting for that move back to the downside that I was looking for. And once we started to top out here, I felt very, very confident about the move lower. And at that point, I was short on coin, and I was short on Amazon, actually. So as the market was turning around, but I think before that, I actually did take a short on Disney. This one, let's see, 945. So that one was a little bit on the earlier side there. So this one I did take a short, really simple setup, EMA's coming down, and, short at VWAP. I mean, this is just not really a very complicated setup or anything like that. The drop that I missed, the move back up, shorting basically a pullback, looking for kind of that move back down. This candle came down very aggressively, continuation here, and so I just was like getting out of most of the trade there, and then I got out the last 50 on the break above this little pivot right here, before it ended up shooting back up, and then ultimately did move lower. But sometimes when you're looking for that bigger move, you gotta wait a long time if you want to hold for however long you want. But anyway, still $190 on 300 shares short of Disney, so not bad there. And then that coin trade, man, we stuck with that bias, and I got a partial fill on 25 shares here. Got in more at 48.80. This is a really great entry. That average is, really great there, and at around $49. And so that one we were able to hold. And then, man, I wish I had recorded my reaction to this, because this started to come down, and these are 1 minute candles here. And it feels so good when, like, it's one thing to call something short on the open and just have it immediately work. which was the case with Coin yesterday and Tesla yesterday, which I called out to the short side, which immediately dropped like $6 without me off the open. It really doesn't take a rocket scientist to see these patterns and predict these things happening. A lot of it is just timing, right? Is it going to rip right off the bell to the upside or downside? You might call that, but if it doesn't give you an entry, are you going to chase it, right? Are you going to buy the tops of those candles? If it just goes up in a straight line, you're always going to be buying the top if there aren't any pullbacks. So I don't like to be a chaser. I like to look for, oh, that's my opportunity, I'm getting in. So that was the case with Coin, which I kept repeating on stream. I was like, this is going to move lower on the day. This is going to move lower on the day. It's got multiple confluence factors that I was talking about. One of those is the whole thing with FTX and Binance that news headline that came out yesterday. So it's an active situation with FTX and Binance, and it's not good. Crypto's moving lower. Everything in this space is negative. There's a credit crunch. It's just, I don't see any headlines coming out that would send this thing to the upside. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's just negative. And as it was starting to roll over, you might look at this and say, oh, it kind of looks like it's setting up for that kind of like that bull flag or whatever. You might be able to draw the triangle here. No, I'm not fooled by that. I see this as a rollover, very choppy action. And then I will say there at 10:32 on this candle, look at that volume that came in. There was a headline that did come out there, and this is what it looks like on Bookmap, just crashing through those levels. So you can see the stack of buyers at 47, 46, and then much more at 45 relatively, and it came down and touched that, no surprise, before the bounce. And then I can pull up the headline too. This was the article that came out, you can see today at 10:32. So that was a instant catalyst for the move lower in Coinbase, and I literally was streaming. This was happening live. I was like, let's go. Like, it just feels so good when your thesis like works out, especially when you kind of have to wait longer, be patient. I was red like $150 on the stock from these losing trades before. And then while this was happening, I was literally saying on stream, I'm like, I'm not buying, I'm not covering. I was waiting because these candles were coming down, but I thought I'm waiting. And then I got really good fills here. I did get out 25 here before the move even started. We were coming down, before that news headline, I think, even came out. But then here 46, 30, and then getting some out 45, 25, really good exit there. 45, 65, 5 shares, just getting out the rest there. So that was really, I was happy with that trade. And at the same time, when that headline came out, Amazon, I was in this trade for a long time too. This one, my timing was a little bit off. My trades are not showing up. Here we go. So on this one, I jumped in short pretty aggressively, 200 here for the break. Carried this one lower, but then I ultimately had to get out break even. So let's see, 84. I'm kind of in at the low of this candle here, so I did have to get out break even, which was a bummer because I did have some profit on that trade, it looks like. And then I jumped back in a little bit premature and carried that one for an L all the way up to VWAP. But I just, again, kept looking at the market, and I know if you can get a better entry, that will really, help you. But I was looking at the market here, and I really felt like we were going to come back down, looking at that market setup. And so then as we did start to come back down, Amazon really just swept down to new lows, and we were able to make a good trade out of it and get $100 out of that one. So nice trade on Amazon as well. So Roblox, that's kind of the one that we missed, the one that got away, for sure. This one I had, man, look at that entry, man. 34.86, so getting short right there. Immediately I was up on that. I went pretty heavy on this with 300 shares, but ultimately I had to stop out, pretty much break even. I got $26 out of it, and then it whipped up to 35.10, and then wham, it got slammed, and that was the move that I was looking for. So my timing was just a little bit off. It's like, well, I was up on the trade like $100, and then it's like coming back up to break even. Do I really want to take this thing red in the hopes that it'll keep going back down? If I had done that, it would have worked out. But it's always this thing of like, once you're up on a trade, I typically don't like to let them go back into the red. So I could have, I kind of, after I got out of this trade, I started looking back at the other names that I'd been trading, and so I kind of just looked back at this one. And I was like, darn it, I missed it. So this one was definitely just the one that got away because I had it. I mean, it really gave a really good move, just 10 minutes there. From 35 down to below 34. So that would have really been nice to get that, but oh well, that was a pretty clear setup that I missed. So it's always kind of a up and down. There's no day is going to be everything perfect, but you know what? All of those together amasses $420 on the day. And that makes up for my losses yesterday. It makes up for pretty much my losses on the week. So pretty much back to break even on the week, and then I had kind of 3 red days in a row before this that I have my green day. So let's try to build a green streak, get back to making money. It's been a hard market. It kind of there's been good moves, but a lot of the names I like to trade have been kind of choppy, and the market's been kind of choppy. You look at this action, it's sometimes hard to find clean moves in the market when really that trend doesn't start until the afternoon. And then we've seen that multiple days in the past. The trend starts in the afternoon. So that's been frustrating. Anyway, one last thing I want to talk about is if you go to the link in the description, I was talking about the Discord stream. And yes, I'm going to shill for my Discord server here. But if you go to the link, there's a link in the description to my Discord server. You can join it for free. But if you want the live stream and the full access to the server, this is where to go, and this link is in the description. And on the live stream tomorrow, I'm going to be giving away a discount code for 40% off or something like that. I forget what I made it exactly, but it's going to be a one-time use. So there'll be one winner that gets that if they are interested. So it'll take it from like $20 down to like $10 or something like that. Anyway, all right, that's all I've got. Subscribe to the channel if you guys enjoy these recaps. Hit the thumbs up, and I will hopefully see all of you for the stream tomorrow morning. So yeah, join the Discord, and link in the description, and that's it. Green is good. Good luck with your trading. I love all of you, and stay well.